welcome to the Hedgevlog. About a month ago I went on a 5-day hedgehog tracking mission in the little corner of Sheffield that I call home.
We are in the graveyard near Halloween.
The reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted to establish whether or not we actually had hedgehogs living in this area, and that's something that's really important because they are sadly massively in decline in the UK, and that's of course a real shame because not only are they fantastically interesting and useful animals for our ecosystem, but they're also so cute, so we want to try and hold on to this wonderful animal if we can. I thought that it would be fun to document the process so that I could show you just how easy it is to find out for yourself if you have hedgehogs living near your home too.
Let's go in. So I'm in the hedge and this looks like it should be perfect for hedgehogs.
The reason that I got involved with doing this was because the University of Sheffield had recently launched their Hedgehog Friendly Campus initiative, and that is exactly what it sounds like. They just wanted to see if they could put any measures in place that would make campus a bit more welcoming for the hedgehogs in and around Sheffield, and if they could also make the campus a more permanent home for the resident hedgehogs that they had already found living there. I went along to the Hedgehog Friendly Campus launch event and met a lady called Jo who was running the initiative. She is massively invested in making the UK more welcoming for our hedgehogs, and she does a lot of work with local schools, youth clubs and other universities to try and encourage people to make the green spaces around them more welcoming for our hedgehogs. At the launch event, I was also lucky enough to speak to the UK's foremost hedgehog expert, Hugh Warwick, who has written quite a few books about hedgehogs in the UK. He knows a thing or two about what we need to do to encourage hedgehogs into our gardens and other green spaces, and it was really interesting to get his perspective on what sort of things we need to be doing as a collective to encourage hedgehogs to stay in the UK. Projects like this are so important in enabling us to understand where hedgehogs are currently living and what we can do to encourage them into our gardens, our parks, our university campuses and any green space really where a hedgehog could live and thrive. So if you're interested in doing your own hedgehog tracking mission, then stay tuned because I'm about to show you exactly what it entails.
Right then, let's go. I'm like a Ghostbuster. Right, I'm going to follow you then. Right, Phoebe, let's go and have a look. Go in.
So we have got food to replenish in the trap and also ink that we need to wipe onto the trap to actually collect the footprints.
Is it actual ink?
No, it's charcoal and oil mixed together, so that's like safe for the hedgehogs and obviously isn't going to poison them or anything, but is black enough to get some nice footprints if they wander on through. So here is the trap.
Trap?
Not a trap. Hedgehog tunnel footprint collector. And I will go and have a look. Get my trusty torch. Whoops. Right, we got some footprints. Okay, so this is the collector. So the food goes in here, and the hedgehogs obviously come, or other animals come in. The ink and charcoal, the charcoal and oil is here, they go to the food, and then they've obviously collected it on their paws, so whatever way they walk out, they will guarantee to leave footprints. Here are the traps, here are the footprints that we have collected from this trap. We will go home and compare
Analyse
them against the little analysis sheet we have, and we can let you guys know what we found in this one. Okay, we're done.
Right, come on then, let's them.
Right,
Right, let's roll.
okay,
just hard
to the
camera.
creepy wooded area. Oh, it's moved a lot. It's moved.
Someone will have checked it.
This has been fully dragged. It was originally over there by that tree. My guess is that maybe a fox dragged it. What? Well, who else would it have been?
A human?
Why would a human have dragged it when they haven't dragged it all the other evenings?
I don't know, maybe it was a
Foxes
different.
play with things, Dave.
Well, it's upright. Check for tracks.
So that one's pretty empty.
Unfortunately, when I did the hedgehog tracking around my home, I wasn't able to find any evidence that we had hedgehogs. However, I want to think that this has got something to do with the time of year that I went and did this, because I did go out and try to track the hedgehogs right around the time of year where they would be going into hibernation. So I'm really hoping that I just left it a little bit too late and they were already snuggled up and sleeping off the winter. So my plan is to go out again in the spring and hopefully we will find some hedgehogs that time. So here is just a very small selection of the prints that I found in the hedgehog tunnels. So you can see here we've got a pretty big cat print right here. These are definitely cats. And then there's another cat print here. Here we have definite... I mean, these ones, honestly, I was feeling, I think it was just real wishful thinking. I was like, maybe that's a tiny, tiny hedgehog. But no, I mean, I've got to be realistic. Hedgehog prints are much bigger than this. So that does look very likely to be a mouse or a rat. And same here. I mean, I saw these and thought, oh, I want that to be a hedgehog. Are we sure it's not? But I don't want to be dishonest with you guys and say, yes, this is a very small hedgehog, because sadly, again, it's probably a rat. I mean, here you can see there's definitely some sort of fluff where the animal's actually gone on through and perhaps tracked some of the ink on their fur as they've wandered on through. This one here, this is where I got really excited, because I saw this and I thought, well, that is much bigger than these ones that we're seeing here. And I thought, could it be? But no, it is again just a very smudged rat print. I mean, all in all, it was quite disappointing to do this and not actually find any hedgehog prints at all. But again, as I said, I think that it is because I left it a bit too late. It was right at the end of October that I chose to do this. So now that I'm actually aware that this project exists and that there are, really easy means to go about and actually try and find hedgehogs, I'll definitely be doing this again. Not only are projects like this really interesting and important for scientific and ecological research purposes, but they're also really fun. So I hope that this video will encourage you to go out and do your own hedgehog tracking mission. It really couldn't be easier, and I will put a link at the bottom of this video to a demonstration on how to make some hedgehog tunnels. So you can go out either by yourself or with some friends and family, enjoy nature, get some fresh air, and hopefully find some hedgehog prints. Ultimately, projects like this are really important so that we know exactly what we have to do to save the UK's hedgehog population, so that we don't have to say goodbye to one of our most beloved animals.